orientation video of a 2021 Jayco Precept 34G. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the front. I'm working my way around the passenger or driver's side, come back around the passenger side, and then I'll start a second video for inside. So up front, right away, I will point out we do not work on chassis, we don't work on engine, we only work on the house. But what I can do is point out some of the things in here. So you have your coolant, you have transmission fluid on the left and oil on the right, air filter, brake fluid, oh sorry, power steering fluid, brake fluid is up there, and then washer fluid just down below. Chassis batteries up front instead of in one of the compartments. Not a whole lot else I can talk about under here, but at least that gives you an idea of where things are. How to open or close the hood. It's a little dirty right now, it's been winter. Lift from the bottom, you can get it into place. Push. Same over here. Locks it in place. To open it, just push the button down below, it pops it out. Nice size. Around the side here we have tires. Those are 90 psi, which you'll find inside the door just below the window for the psi, but those are 90 psi on all 6 tires. Rear view mirrors, top is heated, bottom is not. Top is power, bottom is not, but you do have a camera there as well, so you can see your blind spot. Compartment on this one, not a whole lot going on there, just a compartment. Second one back, generator. Generator is 5500. That's 5,500 watts, and it's designed to run your entire house. It's going to be enough to run all your ACs, your furnace, charge your battery, coffee pots, whatever else you want to go with it. Reason why I open this up is because you do need to do maintenance on it, oil changes. First oil change is going to be at 50 hours. Every oil change after that is going to be between 150 and 200 hours. But beyond that, how you drain the oil is right here. How you fill the oil and check the oil is in the dipstick right here, so it's also the fill. Just screw that, you'll see the oil on that. One of the big things I'm going to point out right now is that you have 2 breakers here. Right now they're on. In the off position, generator will still run. It just will not produce power to the house. So if you ever have a problem, generator's running, you're not getting any power, that's the first place I'm always going to tell people to check. You can start and stop it out here, but you won't do that very often, except for maybe changing oil. So you'll be mostly starting the engine or the generator inside. Slide it back down, and then it's just push into place. Compartment door behind that one is just that, it's storage. It has a pass-through. It's a lot of storage. You can almost fit a kayak in there, maybe a small one. A little more storage, another pass-through. Nice storage space on this one. And then your wet bay. Alright, so the wet bay is actually kind of a simple thing to use. A lot of people see it as intimidating, but if you actually look at it, it is a very simple process in here. A lot of people get intimidated by this one. So what you're going to see is a whole bunch of pictures of what you want things to do, or what these valves are going to do. All 4 valves will need to match these, the way these work. So right now I'm setting it to winterize, so it is set to winterize right now with the valves. Now if you want to hook up city water, what would I turn? This one. Okay, now you're going to hook into city water. If you want to fill your tank is like that. So we're just matching the pictures to these valves. So it makes it very simple to use. Winterize goes through this port. It is city water. It will use your pump in order to pump it in. This is also where you put your city hose so you can actually fill it from the campground or to fill your tank. Black tank flush. Black tank flush is actually kind of a unique situation because it actually just goes right into your tank and it does not go anywhere else in the house. Big thing with that one is if you are filling your tank, make sure you're draining your black tank at the same time. What it is, it's upside down sprinkler that's going to spray the inside walls of your black tank, clean any debris or residue that may be left on it, but it will fill your tank. If it fills your tank and you didn't open that valve, you're not paying attention, it's going to fill it up. It's going to go to your toilet. If it doesn't leak from your toilet, it will go to your roof and it will rain off the roof. Basically, let's try to avoid a crappy day and make sure your valve's open when you're doing that, or really paying attention to what your levels are. Outside shower, hot and cold, just in case you do get that poo on you. And then you have a pump switch and a light switch here. Satellite inlet and cable inlet. So if you get a campground that has cable, you can hook up there. Whole house water filter system right there. It does not have anything in it because it is winterized, or will be winterized, and there is a filter inside for it and wrench. Low point drains, those are going to be for short-term storage, so open those up. You have it sitting for a week or two, just drain it and make sure there's no excess water in it, because that does get stinky and it gets mildewy. We don't want that. Make sure they're closed up as well. Rear tires are also 90 psi. Okay, so talking about the black tank flush, we talked about that for a second. Let's go into these valves here. These valves, right side is gray tank is gray valve, or gray handle, black tank is black handle. Big thing with that, again, if you're draining, make sure you pull that handle, make sure you're draining, then you won't have any issues. It's a big one. And then your spout always has to have the cap on it while you're traveling. Fuel tank on this one, it says gasoline and E15. Do not put E85 in it. It will harm your hoses and everything else. It is not designed for E85. Just regular gasoline is fine, unleaded. Compartment, last one here. It is also a pass-through, but it's also where you store your power cord. This is about 25 feet. And there is a compartment door right below it, so you can put it through it and close the door. I don't do that in shop. I know no one's going to try to break into my storage in the building. Plus, there's nothing to steal. All right, fun one. Water heater. Valve on this one just pushes over. Water heater does have a switch out here. It is right here. Turn it on and off from that point, and then drain it from there as well. All the switches are inside for the water heater, and I'll explain that when I get to them. Back of the coach, it is a little dirty. I am sorry, it just hasn't gotten to the wet, cleaning stage yet, and roads are a little salty. It does have a rear view camera in the center there. Unfortunately, that one's not very well adjustable. Then you do have LED lights everywhere else. 300-pound capacity ladder. Stick to that 300 pounds. I like to say, well, this one's only 250. Look at that. So it says do not exceed 250 pounds. So this one's a 250 pound weight capacity. I was wrong. Most of them are 3, but don't exceed that. Actually getting close to it actually will damage things too. Underneath, you're going to see your hitch. You have a 7-way plug and a 4-way plug underneath. So if you want to tow something, haul a car with you, you can. 500-pound tongue weight, 5,000-pound towing capacity. 5,000 pounds is not the max towing capacity you can do. That is what's for the hitch. You'll have to hit the GVRW on the next to the seat as the driver's seat. You'll see what max weight you can pull there. Nice windows. All right, a little bit of storage, and this one's also that pass-through. propane in here. Big thing is you need to know where the propane tank is. It is 3 compartments up, and the reason why you need to know where it is so you can get it filled and turn it on and off. All the way on or all the way off, never in between. As of right now, it's all the way off. I'm gonna turn it on so I can turn on some burners inside. Batteries are here, and this is set solar prepped. Not that I can get it, solar prepped for there. And a lot of other electrical things in here that I'm not going to cover under this video. But the battery tray, pull that up, battery tray comes out, lock it back into place, fill your propane here. I know I just jumped around, I'm sorry. And you can actually judge whether your propane is full here or not. There's also, because of this wire, it tells me that you can check it inside as well. Propane quick connect, so in case you ever decide to get a little grill or griddle, you can actually hook in your propane there and grill outside without using your fire. Although fire does taste good. Furnace on this one. It's a furnace. It says it's hot. Don't touch it. It's hot. I know I just touched it. I'm sorry. More tires in and out. A little more storage. That is not a pass-through. A little more storage here. That is a pass-through. And that other last storage here. We also have TV, outside stereo. This stereo is a DVD player. Just push the button there and access to the DVD player there. Turn it on. We'll turn on the radio. Oop, gotta hold it. Hold it. We'll turn on the radio. 97.9, one of the only channels I can get in the building.
The free beer and hot wings.
Then a 110 outlet in case you want to put a coffee maker or leaf blower or something outside. TV does not swivel, but it does pick up channels. If you're hooked up to the cable, you can still actually run channel scan on this and get that to work. The door on this one is a little different because it's not a slam shut, it is a lever shut. So close it, push that close, open it, there is a button right there, push that, it opens the compartment door. Awning on this one, nice size awning, goes the whole length. It does have an awning cradle, so while you're traveling it doesn't bounce and bend too much or at all. There is adjustments on this. I can't do this one-handed, so I won't be able to do this, but there's a lever here and a lever here. You have to push them both in, and let's see if I can try to do this one-handed. And then you push them in and you push up. I'm having trouble doing this one-handed. There it is. You push them up to a point. The further up this is, or further up this is, the more pitch the awning's gonna have in the end. You also have an awning over the door and a light. And last but not least, you have a little bit of storage here. I think you could fit a keg or two, or a case or two of beer in there. All right, so the awnings, we'll get back to that real quick. Awnings. You do have awning switches here, right inside the door. Awning out. Then awning out on this one. And then you have exterior lights. Exterior 2 is actually an awning light on the tube of this one. So we'll go all the way out on this one, so you can see it. And awning lights. Nice awning lights on this one. This one does not have awning lights, but it does have that exterior light. Exterior 1 is going to be the light above your head. Exterior 2 is going to be for that. The power step is actually going to be for this step. So in that position, it runs by the screen door, not the main door. The step will stay out. Flip the switch again. So down's gonna stay out, up it's gonna stay, it'll actually move in and out. In and out. Nice thing about this is if you do decide to leave the switch in, it will stay out all the time. That in case, you know, you haven't had your coffee yet, you had a couple too many beers last night, you're not gonna have to worry about stumbling out the door. You could like mixed drinks or wine, I don't know. So that covers those 3 buttons: power step, exterior and interior, or exterior 1, exterior 2. Then you have interior lights. It's only a few lights that are just nearby, but it is enough to help that situation. I will cover that in the second video, what's in your inverter, and then I am going to cover the main power now. Main power basically kills all the 12-volt power to the coach. All the lights are off, I won't be able to run anything. Turn it back on, all the lights are back on, you're good to go. What that's meant for is long-term or short-term storage. If you just want to use, if you're storing it for the winter, turn it off. It kills the power to the batteries. You don't have to worry about the batteries draining. It does help. Short-term storage, if you're not plugged in, again, just turn it off. If you are plugged in, leave it on, or else it will not charge your batteries. We want that to be on if you're plugged in. But outside of that, pretty simple. All right, but beyond that, I am going to cut this video. I'm going to go to a second video for the inside and the inverter switch. But beyond that, my name's Dave. If you have any questions, concerns, or if I missed something, I'm human. I do miss things. I'm more than happy to answer the questions. See you next video.